appreciate it. No doubt, no doubt. So skill 2 and 3 seem to be her main priority. About like 4 tech to complete them. Yeah. The games I play are putting guide makers out of business. They just tell you that stats and shit that the characters need in game. I feel like I don't know if that's good or bad, because on one hand it's like, oh cool, like you're just providing all the information that players need in the actual game. But on the other hand, I feel like fucking up the bag for content creators is probably not good for the game. Because then like a lot of people, like that's their thing, is like they're guide makers, right? So like what do they do if they're not doing that? Gets up to 65. Let's actually spend stamina on this right now. Yo, Shining was good, man. I played just enough of Tekken to finish the Tekken passes if I buy them. Pretty much where I'm at with it right now. So I get them for free season 1, the battle pass gives you just enough to buy the next season. But yeah, like if you bought the first ever one, as long as you always continue to complete them, you'll always have enough coins to buy the next one. Anita, I'm doing great, thank you very much. Hey, that's what's up, Shining. I'm glad to hear. Actually, you know what? Before we spend the stamina, I know we just did that run, but it doesn't really matter. Especially since we got her early and didn't have to like cash out all the way, I should go get all the training sets. Because I always end up getting this stuff anyway, so I might as well just clear it out now. No reason not to. It hurts. It really hurts spending all those gems, but like, so many fire arena customs I can't make. I can make most of them, you know what I'm saying? There's not many ideas I've come up with that I can't make, but there were a couple where I'm like, damn, I'm actually missing this one item from this past whatever, so I can't do it. A lot more enjoyable to watch my favorite content creators with their editing work and such. Yeah, I feel that. I'm tweaked out, was asking questions, wondering why you weren't answering them. Turns out I was watching the stream in my dream. I can't remember on the end of that recording you just did, Lotus, but were people really calling that bikini a Gunner design? It's not that they were calling it a Gunner design, it's more so that niggas were just making very horny comments about her. And it wasn't even like, so I think, I don't remember if it was the official Twitter account or whatever, but they just tweeted out like her splash art or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like they just tweeted out like this image basically. And niggas was just being like overly horny. And like, I get it, like listen, far be it for me like judge niggas for you know, being a little degen, right? But I just felt like it was, for one, like this girl's like 16 first and foremost, and I know a lot of them niggas is not teenagers. And second of all, like it wasn't like they was just being like damn or like oh booba. Is more like niggas was just being like, you know what I'm saying? It was just a bit much. And like the main thing is like Tomoko's also like very clearly like a teenage girl, and it's just, I don't know. Like when you see me acting like that, it's usually towards like an older woman, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, call me, oh shit, hey Miss Katayama, how you doing, baby girl? You know what I'm saying? Like I be, but you know, that's just me. Nigga saw boobs were on go mode. Exactly. And like yeah, I get, yeah, I mean her chest is kind of big, like, you know what I'm saying? But like ain't like it's like something crazy. Ain't like she's built like fucking Rangiku from Bleach or something. Ever thought about playing a horror game for the channel? Nah, not really, because one, I don't enjoy horror. Two, I'm also like not that easily scared, so I just think it'd be very boring for me to like do, because like the point of it is like either you have to enjoy that genre a lot, or you have to be somebody who's like easily scared and startled, because that's what would then make it entertaining, and I don't fit either of those criteria. I also don't find amusement or like joy or entertainment in attempting to scare myself. So it's just like, I don't know, I feel like if I were to do a horror game, I'd just be very cynical about it and just suck all the fun out of it for anybody who might be interested in that kind of thing. So I just don't think it's for me. Can't decide between Digimon and Silent Hill F. I would say that Digimon is probably better value for your money, because that game's probably a lot longer than Silent Hill F. I guess that could be a con for some people, but I think you would get more content out of Digimon than you will out of Silent Hill F. That's just me though, I'm also biased, so take that with a grain of salt. Did you get her? I just got here? I did. I got her early at that. And now we're working on building her up a little bit. You have over 4 million Kompaku gems now. Holy shit. Content wise, Digimon is more justified. Yeah, and like, you know, that might not be what matters most to you, but I just figured I'd throw it out there. Okay, now we actually have to spend stamina. That door Silent Hill in that game looks like a clean outside of the action. I wouldn't know anything about it. Not a Silent Hill fan, so I wouldn't know. Also, I already have 29 hours in Digimon. And what's funny about that is I got about like 18 hours into that game before I even saw like the title screen. Not because it takes that long to get there, but I was just doing other shit and like exploring and like farming and just doing shit. Like, you know, like you start like the prologue of the game, and you like, you know, a lot of games like this, like, oh, you playing the game for maybe a little bit, and then you get like the title screen finally pops up after you collect the first mission, whatever. It's like Digimon story times. You're like, yeah, I was close to 20 hours into the game before I got to that part. I think I want to get into the show series. Me too. Have you hit starter 2 yet? I missed the past couple 2K streams. I'm starter 4, homie. We're now working towards starter 5, actually. I have 16 hours of Digimon and I've only done 2 hours of story. That's basically where I was at with it. I can't tell you how much of the story I've done. Like I've obviously done a lot more now, but yeah, I'm almost 30 hours in. I probably, in less than half of that's probably the actual story content. Nah, facts, Yozo. It's really funny to me. It's really funny to me as well. All right, we actually had a lot of stuff prepared and ready to go for Tomoko for the most part, especially once you add in the training sets. So the video you and Sacred was fire. Y'all should collab more. I think so too. Like I said, I've known Sacred for like 7 or 8 years. Like we've been cool for a minute. Like, cause I met him not that long after I met Squad, so it's been a while. And like, you know, we DM each other from time to time. Like we hanging out in Discord chats at times. I think we've even we've hung out before, just like, you know, on Discord and shit like that. And we talk on Twitter and Discord and shit, but we just never recorded a video together. I don't know why. We just have never collaborated on anything. But everybody seemed to really like that video. Like that was my best performing video engagement wise and even views wise in a minute. Like, let me see. Yes, I'd almost, it's a 1 to 10 for me right now on YouTube. So it's my best performing video in the last while. with really high retention and high engagement. So people was fucking with it. And a lot of people in the comments say, hey, y'all should do this more. You need to start a podcast. Oh, my two goats, et cetera, et cetera. So I don't know. Maybe that's a lane I need to tap into a bit more. Whether it just be, you know, more conversational pieces, discussions, longer form content, a podcast of sorts. I don't really know. I like the idea of doing a podcast, and like, again, at the risk of sounding a little conceited or like big headed or whatever, I get that I have a very enjoyable voice to listen to. Like, I get complimented on my voice a lot. So I know I just have a voice that people just enjoy listening to and like hearing me talk at length. So, and I don't mind doing that. Like that video, I had a lot of fun, you know, conversing with him, and like, I really enjoy doing it. And I would do more like that. I just don't feel like I consistently have shit that I want to talk about. And I mentioned it in that video itself. It's like, a lot of shit that's be relevant, whether it be news or games and stuff, like I don't really care about, you know what I'm saying? Whether it's like, oh, I just don't play those types of games, or I just don't really have an opinion on this thing. And there's other topics or like things that happen, whatever, where it's like, I don't care to discuss it because it's just like, I just think it's dumb, you know what I'm saying? Or I'll have an opinion on some shit, but it'll be a very negative opinion. I just like, well, I'm just not trying to be negative all the time. So like, I'm just not going to make that my brand. So it's, the fucked up part is, it is equally as easy, if not easier, to talk about how much you don't like shit than it is to talk about how much you like shit. You know what I'm saying? I think if I wanted to start a podcast or do more content like that, I would have to create a list of topics that I could put into like a backlog, and like I would have to stockpile like topics and ideas and things that I could talk about that are things I feel like I could talk about a lot about, or that I'm passionate about, or that I enjoy, whatever, in order to do that in a way that I would want to, and that I think people would find enjoyable, before it got too annoying where it's like, damn, all this nigga does is complain or talk about how much he doesn't like this or that. You feel me? Yo, shit was good, man. Maybe better to just make discussions as we feel rather than make a regimented podcast. That's true. And that's the thing too that sucks, is that like, negativity thrives so well in content, unfortunately. Like some of the most successful people you can think of are very negative people. It's not the case for everybody, but Hi Wolf, what's good, man? If I could replace that defense with crit, that'd have been so perfect. This one seems decent enough to use as like leveling up. Yeah, we'll level that one up. Doesn't this game now have a way to like craft of course. Like craft a card to how you want it? I don't even remember. Oh wait, customize, is this it? Main attribute. Oh, I see. Dang, I can just create. Oh. Probably isn't worth it to do for Tomoko, but how do you get more of these? They seem very sparse. Just beat Digimon before. Damn, you beat it already? I'm loving the game. I'm probably gonna play it some more before I go to bed, whenever that is. What more do we want to do right now? I'll probably continue to spend stamina on better cards. I don't think I want to use that ink, but I do need an HP recovery card for her. Besides work, I went in on the game, still got side quests to finish down. I've done a fair amount of side quests. I've done like maybe 2/3 of the available side quests that I have in that game. Just for the anomaly points. I'm not gonna lie. Because obviously you need to rank up your agent in order to get higher digivolutions. So like if a quest pops up that gives me anomaly points, I do it. And if it doesn't, I've just been skipping it, just holding off on them. I'm gonna probably do all of them eventually, but I definitely prioritize the ones that give you anomaly points. Here's the Mighty Zoo tweet, by the way. It's actually before top 8, not tomorrow, but Evo France starts tomorrow. I'm gonna check the schedule for Evo France and see if I can tap in for that. Matter of fact, let me see. Pull it up over here. The Evo France starts on the 10th. France is only like 5 hours ahead, right? They're on the same time zone as like the UK, I think. They got the schedule here somewhere. I do not see the schedule. Sorry, give me a second here. They're actually 6 hours ahead right now in Nice. Okay, so 6 hours from now. So let me show you guys what I'm looking at. Not here. There we go. So that would be Friday, which is today's only Thursday, right? I need to take out the trash. It's garbage day here. So they're 6 hours ahead. That means that each day starts at 4 a.m. Yeah, so 4 a.m., 4 a.m., and then I mean, I've been pretty cracked out lately, so I could probably be live for all of this if I really wanted to be. Obviously, I'm curious about Tekken. We might tap into DBFZ for old time's sake. Might take a peek at some Hunter x Hunter for top 8 or something, I don't know. And an impact on the EVO lineup with some criminal behavior. Amen. Amen. Matter of fact, how many entries does that game even have? $135, which is honestly about 100 more than I expected. Don't be shocked though if like more than half of those end up DQing because they just don't want to play or don't care. So we'll mostly be focused on Tekken. We might take a peek at like some Guilty Gear or some Grand Blue or DBFZ or whatever. Day 2 also starts again at 4 a.m. Eastern. So I'll probably be awake because, see, I'm wide awake now. And yeah, from 4 a.m. to 3 p.m. That's kind of the schedule I'm on right now anyway. We'll watch DBFZ top 8 tomorrow or on Saturday. So that would be Saturday at what's 11? So about 7 a.m. We'll tap into that. And then Tekken is at around 1:30. So that'd be wait, what did I say here? Did I do the math in the backwards order? This is at 11, so it'd be 5 a.m. I don't know what math did I just use. I said something way off. If it's at 11 a.m., it'd be 5 a.m. for us, for me at least. And then 1:30. This is PM, right? Yeah, 1:30 p.m. Okay, so yeah, I've been on a super crackhead schedule anyway, so I'll be awake for all this. I'll probably be restreaming. I don't think you need special permission or anything for Evo, so I'll be tapped in. The lineups player wise is peak though. For there's this NA versus EU event for 2xKL also. You got information on that, like where it's being streamed or what time it is? DBFZ still at Evo in the year of Valorant 2025. I mean, the region where DBFZ is currently still the biggest and most popular is probably France, so that makes sense. It's probably the last time you ever see it at an Evo at all though. The lineup players peak wise: Sonic, Leffen, K7, Diaphone, Wawa, Hikari. Diaphone been doing his thing. Yeah, Diaphone is probably the second best player after Hikari. So K7 though is no slouch either. Like, well, I don't know. We can't really say because we ain't really been seeing Sonic compete, but like Sonic, K7, Diaphone, Hikari, like those are easily like top 4 NA, right? Like those are very clearly the 4 best players in NA, I'd say. At least from what we've been able to see so far. Like we haven't had like a real major anything to like see, so like who knows for sure. But from like, you know, just watching online events and people's streams, like those seem like the 4 best players that we got. Yeah, Super Noon, Jonathan Tene, they're both also up there. PR for 2xKL in a full 180. I'm so extremely jealous of everyone who likes that game. I wish with all my heart that I like that game as much as everybody else does. What don't you like about the game? So for starters, I've never played League of Legends. I have no interest in ever playing League of Legends. So I have no investment, attachment, or sentiment toward these characters, this universe, or Riot as a developer, even a little bit, okay? Even with that being said, I don't have to be familiar with the franchise or the IP in order to get invested into it or think some characters are cool or find somebody that I really like. Case in point, I loved Grand Blue when I played it. Played it a lot, grinded the game out a decent amount for the first couple of months. Thought it had a really cool roster, really cool world, everything like that. Liked the game a lot. With 2xKL, I think it has the single worst fighting game roster of all time. Like free. Like incredibly free. The only character I like in that game at all is really Yasuo. And even then, like, he meets like the criteria for me as like a Lotus character, but like he ain't like knocking out a park, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't love Yasuo. Like he is cool, he's fun, I do like him, but like he's not like a top tier Lotus character, honestly. He's also really difficult. And in that game, while you can play just one character and have an assist, I am not personally getting the full experience that I want from that game if I play Sidekick or Juggernaut. It's not that it's not viable, it's not that it's not good or anything like that. I'm just not playing the game the way that I really want to. But as of right now, there really wasn't a second character that I really liked. Echo was probably going to be the character I ended up playing as my secondary, or like as my, you know, tag partner or whatever. But he's also very difficult, and I really didn't like the idea of playing potentially, albeit maybe the two most powerful, the two most difficult characters in the game, when I wasn't really like in love with the game in the first place. It's just like a lot of work for somebody who I also don't consider myself to have very good execution or be that great at fighting games anyway. Even like learning Yasuo's BMB, I'm like, this shit is like really fucking hard. You know what I'm saying? Yasuo, powerful as he is, high execution, I would say. A lot of APM. Similarly with Echo, he's probably got the most complicated game plan of any character in the game, right? Beyond that, I don't really like the way jumps feel that much in the game. I kind of wish it had an air dash. It doesn't. It is what it is. It's not like make or break. The overall game does feel better, I think, than it did in the alpha. There's still something that is like movement wise, it doesn't quite click for me as well as I would like it to. I still am very much not a fan of how many buttons it's required to play that game, right? I'm somebody that has like normally not even been in like 6-button fighters, and this game's like 7 or 8 buttons or something like that, right? I think the game would actually be less complicated and easier to digest, learn, and more fun to play if instead of having like S1, S2 on top of light, medium, heavy, tag, button, and all these other things, if it was just like, if I just could do fucking quarter circles, man. You know what I'm saying? I think motion inputs would actually make the game easier and less complicated than it currently is, because right now it's a bit messy. I also am not a fan of the changes that they made to the supers in this game, where now it's like hitting like skill 1 or skill 2 plus like medium or heavy or whatever, or like, is it light or medium? I haven't even been playing the game, so I really don't remember. I don't like that change, especially as a Yasuo player when I'm doing like such high action per second like things and everything. It feels extremely easy to accidentally fuck up and do a super by mistake. Obviously the more skilled players aren't really having that issue as much, but like it definitely does happen. It happens to me a lot as somebody with not as much skill. Another thing I'm not a fan of is I don't really like the way the tag system works in that game, if I'm being completely honest. I don't like the directional tagging system of like holding back and forward and stuff. It's like, it just feels weird and like finicky and neutral trying to do what I want. And I would rather it just be like a 1-button push. Like let me just tap, you know what I'm saying, a single button, and then just like have L1, L2 if I'm gonna have 2 different assists. Kind of like Dragon Ball. Like Dragon Ball, each character has 1 assist, so you have L1, L2. Just let me do the same thing like 2XKL, where it's like L1, L2 is an assist, and it's like each one is a different assist. Like, I don't know, it's a lot of little things that all kind of add up to just being like, maybe the game just isn't for me, and if it isn't, that's fine. I'm still gonna give it another chance, because like I do have interest in it. It's just I haven't really found the motivation or like inspiration to like really grind the game out, because I just haven't found anything that kind of grips me or connects with me personally, like with it. Warwick does look kind of cool. Again, like he might meet the criteria enough for a character that like I would like to play and try out. He's definitely, from what I've seen, not a character that like is really like the ideal Lotus character, but I do kind of want to give him a shot, because maybe that would be the little bit of spark I need to like play the game a little bit and like really get into my groove. But it's been hard to even like want to learn the game, because I just don't really have anything about it particularly that like grips me or like stands out to me or like makes me like really want to play it. You know what I mean? Like I don't have anything about it. I'm just like, oh, this is sick. Like I really like this thing about this game, so I'm gonna play it. You know what I'm saying? Let's hop on the Rift. I'm good. What is this? This is the only place I can find the time for it. So on Sunday, it looks like they're doing this. Wait, what? So from this link you gave me, it says Sunday at 11, which is interesting because that means they'd be doing it during Guilty Gear Top 8. Which is kind of funny because like all them niggas play Guilty Gear. I guess all of them don't still play it, but like. Hope they do more surprise double champion drops like they did with Warwick. That roster issue is so unfortunate. Yeah, because like I mean that's a huge thing for me is like not having two characters that I really like makes it really hard to want to play the game. I just think the roster really sucks. The way Tokon and Twixio do tagging is obnoxious. I agree. I don't like it in either game. I think you'd at least rock with him more than Echo. Another thing for me too as well is that like visual design obviously is something that like matters a lot to me when it comes to these characters. Warwick does look pretty cool. Echo, I might like him a lot more with some costumes, some skins or whatever, and I guess they have added a bunch of new stuff. I actually have not turned the game on in days, so like I know we just got like the early access and update and everything. I haven't even turned the game on yet, so maybe I should check it. Riot character designs just don't quite do it for me visually, and that's really important to me in a fighting game. I agree. Now they do have skins for characters that make them look a lot better in some cases, but no, I still don't have like the one for me. All right, let's actually play a little bit right here. Let's I'm not gonna do like any real work. Let's just do some auto runs real quick just to get some points on the board. Do we have anyone in the companion with like a really strong joker that's available to play right now? Let's see. Let's do this. This nigga here already got the motherfucker at 100. Damn, no one's got Joker up. Okay, whatever, that's fine. Classic Riot monetization. I'm not even mad at the monetization because honestly, I was prepared for it. It's just, you know. Now wait a minute. Now wait a minute. Motherfuckers did a lot of damage. Am I gonna need to swap out Cord for a healer here? Might have to swap out Cord for Marion. Don't think most FGC fellows are used to it playing Valorant. Well, yeah, I'm certainly not used to it like that. I've never played a Riot game, but I expected it. You're gonna need Has that Pokemon game been missing lately? I don't see people excited for it anymore. Legends ZA, it actually releases next week. And yeah, I think a lot of the hype and excitement for that died off. And I've actually been seeing a lot of, oh, you talk about TCG Pocket. Yeah, so that game has been missing. I misunderstood what you meant. Now I see what you mean, especially in regards to that game. Yeah, they've been dropping the ball. Last few sets. I mean, you see, I ain't been making content on it. I ain't been playing. I've hardly even been opening up my free packs, to be honest. It's a shame. I really like that game, but I don't know. It's weird. I feel like it's so easy to print money in some of these games, and like niggas just go out of the way to not print money. I mean, they are still printing money, but that last set really rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. It didn't like make me angry at all, but I was just like, well, I'm not investing anything in this. Like, I'm not making content on this or like pulling on it. This is a waste of money. You know, the problem was I didn't have anybody with anyone with Trust and Prosperity because Cord has, hold on, we might not actually, well, we're here now, so I'm just gonna let it rock. I forgot Cord has Power on right now instead of Prosperity. That's why that's why we were taking some. Might be a hot take, but take the fucking shinies out the game. It's not that I hate the shiny, but it's just like when I get a shiny, I'm just like, damn, bro, that could have been a 2-star card that I actually care about. I think the shiny should be more rare, have better art, and like the shiny version of the card should release in the set that it's actually from, as opposed to like waiting until months later. Cause like the shiny card is cool until it's releasing for a card that's like already outdated and not played anymore. So I'm not gonna use this card anyway. You know what I mean? Cause like if you're playing that game at like any serious level or like, you know, high in the ranks, you know what I mean? Also, I had horrendous luck on the Suicune set. I still never got the immersive. Matter of fact, I'm sure I got free packs right now. I still never got my immersive Suicune, and because I never got that card, I kind of just like stopped playing because I was like, damn, bro, like that's all I fucking wanted from that set. Immersive suicide is crazy. I get it. Alright, chat, let's see if I get this fucking Suicune card. I am at 2,150 points out of 2,500, so like I could just fucking like craft it, but open up a free pack, nothing. Another pack. I think, oh shit. See if we get anything. Why is my brightness going up on its own? Focus camera. There we go. Licky licky. No, no, no. Nothing. Damn it. Wait. No. Yeah, no, this set hates me, bro. I just couldn't get the one card I wanted. Do I have another one? I do have one more. See if we got anything. Yo, Oko, thank you for the 52 months.
Nothing
really appreciate
amazing
it.
happens here. Everything is ordinary.
2 Diglets and 2 Skaplooms. Like, be so serious, man. Didn't know I wasn't selling it. It's all good. Appreciate you. Yeah, we're gonna actually be able to get some crazy dumb high scores on this once we do a manual run. This shit is over 6 million on auto. The newest set, it legit is all about money and in no way can favor the free-to-play players. Limited set with a guaranteed 4 diamond EX each pack that you make with 4 cards instead of 5, right? You have 12 reprints of old cards, also it's the biggest, the largest set in the game, but it'll leave at the end of the month. Crazy if you ask me. Yeah. I think it's just like big and greedy. I haven't even pulled on the set. Maybe I'll start spending my free packs on it, because I've never been opening up the game daily to even do that much. But yeah, I might spend my free packs on it, because why not? But yeah, if anything, no, that'd be easy, probably easily double that the serious run. Select my rewards real quick. Nice. Vishnu half. Get the mission. Oh, cert is on the other fucking. I mean, get there, Dionysus. I prefer to open rare candy in there just to nuke it at the end of the month. Shit's insane. Yeah, it's just Nintendo and Pokemon being greedy. What's new? Been so involved in my backlog of games I haven't had time for gacha. Yeah, I just keep adding more and more in my back. Every time I finish one game in my backlog, I add 2 more. I also may or may not have someone hit me up telling me that like I really need to play Ghost of Yosei because I love it a lot and that I don't have to finish the first game in order to play it, and they may or may not have been like convinced me to pick that game up, but you know. Streaming it? Nah. If I stream it, I'll never play it. I wish I could stream those types of games, but I just have this weird mental block to where if I stream those games, I just don't end up ever actually finishing them. Ghost of Yosei is gas. Yeah, that's what I've been hearing. Well, y'all talk about Digimon is how I am with Yotei. I'm doing so much side shit, man. Yeah, I heard the same from Moon. Niggas just got side content from days. Yeah, I feel like 2025 was a great year for games, man. Might be the best year for gaming in a long time. A lot of really good ones this year. Next year should be even better. What all is dropping next year that makes you say that? This is I don't really give a fuck about it. GTA about to go crazy. Yeah, that shit's probably gonna take over the world when it releases, huh? Playing Dragon Quest 8 will boot up Final Fantasy X yesterday. Might do both at once. Yeah, right now I'm currently playing through Digimon Story Time Stranger and Pokemon Shining Pearl. Those are the 2 games I'm juggling right now. Speaking of Dragon Quest, I have the Dragon Quest 3 HD 2D remake, I think it is. And I really want to play that shit at some point soon. The game looks so cool. And then there's also the 1 and 2 HD 2D remakes that are coming, I think this month, right? This month or next month. Nothing coming out next year I care about, not even GTA 6. I think the only game I can think of that like I really care about that comes out next year is Marvel Tokon. But even then, it's like I don't know if I'm really gonna love that game, but we'll see. Ever continue the Scarlet DLC? I didn't. One day, but no, I did not. I should have done that before I started Arceus, to be honest. Yeah, the HD 2D look is super dope. Oh, Onimusha. Yeah, I love Onimusha. I never watched that trailer for the Wolverine game. I slept through that whole stream. Whatever. What was that? I don't even remember what like showcase or event that was. I slept through the whole thing. I seen niggas talk about the Wolverine trailer, but I didn't actually see it. Oh, what Fire Emblem? Yeah. New Fire Emblem. Yeah, it's gonna go crazy. Stay to play. There you go. Alright, quick little runs just to get some points on the board. Yeah, I got a companion in the top 10. Hooray! Put me at number 3. Not too bad, just a little quick sheet. Tight. I think we can run this back and do this. Hold on. We do insert. We do. Actually, no, I'll probably leave insert there. But what we will do is, I am going to plop cord back to her. Prosperity set. There we go. That brings it back to 101. Good. And now with that, we still don't have healing. But we might not need it. Yeah, let's see how this goes. Zelda game? Never been a big Zelda guy. Okay, we are still gonna need healing actually. Only played Wind Waker and Majora. I've only played Wind Waker and Twilight Princess. I never beat Twilight Princess. Yeah, Wind Waker was cool. I liked it. I just never played a lot of Zelda games. Twilight Princess was cool too for the short amount of time I played it. We'll workshop it. I'll figure some stuff out. Anyway, though, chat, I am starting to feel a little bit tired. I'm gonna go chill out and play some Digimon, and then decide whether or not I want to go to bed. I have not been getting very much sleep, and I was gonna catch up to me eventually. It probably, honestly, would be for the best if I stay up a bit longer and just intentionally continue to be super fucked up degen for the sake of like restreaming Evo. So I'll probably stay up for a bit longer, but I'm going to turn off all my lights and chill out for a bit. Appreciate you for coming through and hanging. Thank you for the subs, give subs, bits, follows, all that good shit. I'll be back. I guess this weekend we're watching Evo. So yeah. So, you know, there's always going to be some 2K in the mix and shit like that. But for this weekend, every day from, well, for Friday and Saturday from about 4 a.m. until 3 p.m. we'll probably be tapped into Evo. And then on Sunday, we'll be back for the top 8s for I'm not gonna lie, I'm probably not gonna watch Street Fighter, at least not on stream, but we'll be tapped in for Tekken. Yeah, I will see y'all when I see y'all. Y'all be easy. Appreciate y'all, man. Later.